Janet at Crafts and Collage. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about, well, it's not exactly paper, but paper type things that you can make out of napkins and tissue paper. I thought I had uploaded a video about this, but apparently it's just my brain going fuzzy. So this is the type of thing I'm talking about. That is a napkin, and the background was white. It was a white material, a color. And this easy peasy thing we're going to do today is what creates this tissue-like, it's shiny on the one side, but tissue-like paper, sort of, to work with in your journals and your junk journals and things like that. I mean, either side is beautiful. I love the matte side. And this, again, is a white napkin with this black printing on it. And this is how it turns out. And again, just lovely, especially when you're doing maybe a window type pocket or a stained glass window as an art piece, you know. Love it. And this turned out like really old parchment because of doing this. And this is just party tissue paper done the same way. It makes it slightly translucent so that you can have more fun with what you do with it. Now, a couple of people, I don't know how they do it, but a couple of people have luck with using just Mod Podge. Just Mod Podge. But when I did that, I ended up getting far too thick a paper. This is still paper-like, or more like tissue paper or vellum sort of thing. This is very, very plasticky, and it's the brush strokes don't all go away because it's plastic between two layers of plastic, basically. So I didn't have a lot of good luck with the straight Mod Podge. I didn't. So what I've been using that's worked best for me in a little jam jar is 1 part white glue, 1 part Mod Podge, and 2 parts water. And you give it a good shake and let the bubbles settle down. And as long as you have a piece of fairly decent... Oh my goodness, Janet. That's on a bad arm. Wow. Okay. As long as you have a piece of fairly good plastic, cereal bags work well, cracker bags, things like that, that opaque plastic that you can get. Now, I pulled out a couple of things. I haven't got one of those yet done, so I thought maybe we would do that one and this piece of silver type bridal sort of thing. So let's see what happens here. Now, I always start in the middle based on the fact that napkins tend to spread as they get wet, or as they get, you know, moistened in the middle. So I tend to go out from the middle very softly. I have a very, very flat brush that I let just sort of pull it along, because otherwise I find I rip napkins, and I hate that kind of waste, especially when they're this pretty. So I tend to let the napkin stretch itself as I sort of pull it along. And it works pretty good, actually. I have to say it works better than any side or straight strokes that I've tried, especially using the flat of the brush instead of the tips, because on napkins that are wet, they tend to cut and destroy some of the napkin. But you can see how far they stretch just with how much more space it's taking up on the piece of plastic. They really do sort of stretch out the thin napkins. But oh my goodness, you can get so many pretty ones, and the prices are crazy since the great pandemic, and everybody's staying in and learning how to do crafts and different things, watching YouTube videos and sharing their ideas and YouTube knowledge with people and stuff like that. You know, it's everything is that, and baking products, because baking became a really big thing. Gourmet cooking and things like that. It was it was an interesting time. Not altogether bad, you know. Not great that anybody got hurt or we lost, but it certainly showed us some of human nature. So let's cut this a little bit so I can fit it on this piece of plastic. And I use these pieces for all different kinds of collage and glue books and junk journals and cards, you know, what do you call it? Cards, tuck cards, and art cards, all kinds of stuff. And they make, it makes, see, this one is very thin. They make really, really good stained glass windows. Once they become this type of thin, sort of semi-translucent texture, you can lay them along a frame because they're not totally paper. This one is so thin. Wow. They're not totally tissue paper at that point in time. So you can lay them along side by side and dry them like that. They'll stick, and oh, they just look so pretty with the sunlight coming in. Okay, I'm going to set the dryer over here and pause the video for a few minutes while these dry so that you can see the results when they're done. Hi everybody, it's been about 5 minutes from the time I turned it on with heat. This is an old nail dryer. I love it. I use it every day in the craft area. And this is what you end up getting. Shiny on one side, your translucent paper on the other. And it's soft, very, very sort of semi-vellum-like. And they just peel away once they're super dry, and they become this beautiful sort of parchment type paper to enhance your junk journals and art and whatever else you do. So enjoy, try all different ones, but for me the Mod Podge didn't work as a sole use. It was 1 part white glue, like kids glue, Elmer's glue, whatever, 1 part Mod Podge, and 2 parts water, and a good shake, and let the bubbles settle, and enjoy, because they turn out, they're just gorgeous, at least in my opinion. I absolutely love these sort of see-through, waxy looking pieces. To me, I wish I could get more of this tissue paper. It's got like a solid, non-translucent background, and when you take it to this point, it just looks so good. I wish you all just a wonderful day. Get creative and enjoy making your own sort of lovely translucent paper. Bye all.